What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be breaking down the deep dive gameplay trailer for Madden NFL 26 that EA just released on YouTube. This is the official deep dive, and they went over a lot of stuff, and we're going to be breaking down each and every new gameplay feature, so let's get into it. So straight from the gridiron notes, Madden 26 is built on two major innovations, Coach DNA and QB DNA. Both are powered by machine learning systems trained on nearly pretty much a decade of NFL data. So let's start with Coach DNA. AI coaches now will have distinct personalities. You'll see Dan Campbell go for it on fourth down, and the 49ers will lean more into motion heavy, yards after catch based schemes. All right, even defensive coordinators react a little bit more dynamically to your habits. No more feeling like you're playing the same computer team each and every week. This is real football logic finally in EA's Madden NFL 26. Hopefully they can deliver, but it looks like from this gameplay trailer it's going to be pretty cool. All right, let's get into QB DNA. All right, so this isn't just a new coat of paint. In my opinion, this is a complete overhaul of quarterback play. There are over 500 new animations. Every quarterback pretty much feels different. Caleb Williams, he throws jump passes, under pressure. You're going to see that in game. Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, they all have unique kind of throwing motions. Scrambling quarterbacks will behave differently based on, real world tendencies. No two passers pretty much play the same. And essentially, just like what you'd see in NBA 2K, every jump shot is different. Every pass is going to be essentially different in Madden NFL 26. All right, let's talk a little bit more about gameplay. All right, explosive locomotion is back, and from my opinion, it looks a lot better. Movement feels sharper, more momentum-based kind of movement. Tyreek, Hills doesn't really run like a tight end anymore. A little bit more jukes, cuts, and foot planting all feel a little bit more natural, more true to life. The blocking in trench play has taken a step forward, in my opinion. Pockets form a little bit more naturally based on, the gameplay. Block sheds happen with, proper leveraging and not random dice rolls. You know what I mean? Zone coverage, they've upgraded that as well. You now have adaptive depth control. No more watching flat routes get eaten alive, right? Because of the curl flats. These are the details that I've been asking for, and I know a lot of other gameplay fanatics in terms of competitive Madden have been asking for a more upgraded AI based system and even more control that we can essentially control our defense dynamically more. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's jump into dynamic weather and wear and tear fatigue. That is pretty much the highlight, really, in my opinion, of the entire trailer. Rain and snow looked amazing in the trailer. They're affecting pretty much throw accuracy, planning of the feed. We saw guys slipping and falling in the gameplay trailer, and even in the reveal trailer, even fumble chances are a little bit more possible based on the dynamic weather. Fatigue builds over time. Your star quarterback, or I should say star running back, you're giving the ball to him too much in the first half. Just expect some lower cuts, more risky injuries to star players in the fourth quarter. This system, they borrowed from College Football 25, and I think it's a pretty good, smart addition to Madden 26. They also talk about counter intelligence, which is essentially a upgraded Ask Madden feature. Essentially, if you get beat with a running quarterback, or maybe you're getting destroyed in a cover two with a post, the AI based, counterintelligence system will recommend better play calls to counter what's happening on the defensive side of the ball. So I think this is pretty cool. Not really a really big gameplay feature that I feel like they should have kind of had on the back of the box, but maybe they've revamped it, and maybe it's gonna kind of make a bigger impact, when we actually get the game. Now, I'm going to give my final kind of thoughts on the gameplay trailer. Honestly, in my opinion, the graphics, first and foremost, look amazing. All right, this is probably, graphically speaking, the best Madden we've seen. The players look real. The player models look real. The way they move on the field, it looks a whole lot better than Madden 25. Obviously better than Madden 24. So I got to get him kind of A+ in terms of graphical improvements. So I have no issues there. In terms of the actual gameplay features, one gameplay feature that really stood out to me was the weather aspect. it just looks amazing, man. I mean, just being able to try to throw the ball downfield and not really being able to see your wide receiver who may or may not be open, I think adds a little bit more depth, a little bit more immersion into the game. So I think that was pretty cool to see. Also, the AI upgrades on defense. I know a lot of you have played offline and probably played a lot of online games where you can't control all 11 players. So it looks like Madden 26, they're adding a little bit more smarter AI built systems into the game, and they're also kind of revamping the way coaches play, you know, in offline. And I play a lot of offline, so that's kind of cool to see that every coach won't necessarily play the same or call the same game plan. So as far as the overall gameplay reveal or deep dive reveal trailer, I'm kind of satisfied with it. Again, I don't think that EA really took a back seat in terms of gameplay last year. There was just some bugs that they needed to fix, in my opinion. That's just me. Y'all already know, you know, what my gripe is presentation. So as long as, you know, whenever we do get this deep dive and presentation, and obviously franchise mode, I can't wait for that to come out, the deep dive for that. I'm pretty sure with this coming out today, we should be seeing deep dive, franchise, and presentation here shortly. I had no gripe with gameplay, but as long as they put the same amount of effort into franchise mode and presentation as they did in gameplay, I'm going to be satisfied. But that'll do it for this video. I'll keep you guys updated on any other Madden 26 or college football 26 gameplay trailers or any news for that matter. Keep it locked.